If it has a problem, I'm going to teach you how to factory restore it to default settings. So first step is I like to take out the drone, take out the foam pad out of the battery and connect the battery. Okay, we'll put all the foam stuff over here. Take out the foam separator that separates the controller, and take out the controller. Okay? So first thing we're going to do is factory reset the controller by pressing the power button and the fly button and just holding it down. Now when the controller powers on, do not let go of the two buttons. Keep holding them until it says updating. Okay, now it says updating, we can let go. Alright, we'll put this aside, let it do its thing. Now the drone we're going to factory reset as well. Here's the power button, so flip it over. Don't press anything yet. Grab a toothpick or a little paper clip, and with my finger I'm going to touch the power button on the bottom side. I'm not going to turn it on yet. Okay, now I have my finger resting on it, and with the toothpick I'm going to push it in the pair slot, and while I'm pressing on here I'm going to power it on with one tap to power it on, and I'm going to continue to hold the pair button with my toothpick until this little circle here, this little hole, starts flashing very fast with an orange light. So I'm going to go ahead and push the toothpick in. I'm going to hold down the button, pair button. Now I'm powering it on with my left hand, and I let go. With my right, I continue to hold the pair button. All the green lights pop on. Now you see the orange light flickering. Now I can release the pair button, set the drone upside down like this. Now the next thing that should happen, to let you know you did it correctly, here in a minute all of these lights are going to start flashing different colors. That's just showing you that it's doing its factory reset. So now we're just going to have to wait here for a minute. Okay, now as we're waiting, the remote, it's turned off and we're waiting for it to turn back on. So this could take anywhere from a couple minutes to 5 minutes. So don't think that you need to turn it back on. It'll turn on by itself. So we're just gonna wait. And literally, this could take 5 minutes. This whole process.
Jamboni, Jamboni. This is what we do when we make Jamboni.
I'll cut that out.
I think you should leave it.
Okay, so now we're back. The remote has already updated a little faster than the drone, and once it's updated, it'll let you know update is complete with a check mark. Well, if we want to, we can go ahead and press A to continue now, or we can wait until the drone is factory reset. So if we want to press it now, that's fine. We'll press it, and so it goes to the pre-flight update mode. And right now, the drone has started its process. All the lights are starting to change colors, and this will take about 60 seconds for all the lights to start changing. Once it's finishing up the process, it'll start and begin to make noise. After it makes its final noise, all the lights should end at a bluish color. Some of them might be blue, and some of them might be a bluish purple. That's okay, that's normal. Okay, so now it's made its first noise. It's starting to end the process. Okay, now if you notice, these two lights here are pretty blue. This one's got a little violet, but mostly blue, and this one's more purple. That's okay. For some reason, that's just the way that they are. Some are different than others, but typically they're going to be around the bluish purple color. So once this is complete, then we can go over to or actually once that's complete, okay, so that was the final noise. Once it makes that final noise and all these are stationary colors, we're going to go ahead and now we're going to pair these two together. And how to pair it is we hold down the pair button 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, take it out. Now we're gonna wait for the remote control to find the Solo, and it'll say detect a new Solo. Once it says that, we hold down A and B button at the same time until the controller vibrates. Okay, just vibrated. Now we can let go. And now we're gonna wait until it says Solo paired. Once it says Solo paired, then you'll see the drone might make a different noise. Okay, Solo is now paired. So maybe it's not gonna make a final noise just yet. I think what we have to do now is we're gonna go to our phone, and now we're gonna go to settings, go to Wi-Fi, and the Solo Link Wi-Fi will pop up, and we're gonna connect to that. Okay. Now typically, since I've already set this one up, the password for your drone after you factory reset it is going to be Solo Link, all lowercase. Once that's connected, you need to go to your app, and if you haven't done so already, download 3DR Solo app. Okay. Now we're going to open it up, and once we get it open, we're going to click Settings. Okay. Software update. Click on that and make sure it's updated. If it's not, it'll give you the option to download. So we'll download it. After it gives you a green check light, then now it's ready to transfer and install. So now it's updated on your app. Okay. After the green check mark, it is ready to transfer and install. That just means that now you're going to update the drone and the remote at the same time. So we'll press begin. And you should see a green bar start going all the way across. It should go across twice, so now it's started. You can barely see it. Okay, about 75% done. Okay, now that's done. Now should do it one more time. Okay, 50%, 75. Okay, after it completes it for a second time, it'll give you a green check mark, and it says the app will disconnect from the Solo Wi-Fi during the update. So I'll just click next. And now it says we're gonna wait for the green check mark on the remote. So this remote's updating right now, and it's gonna power off again, then power back on again. Once it does all of that stuff, then the drone should start making noise. So let's just wait for that. This process also could take 2-3 minutes, up to 5 minutes. Okay, the remote has powered off and it's resetting itself. It has probably just finished the update, so now it has to reboot. So we have already factory reset everything. Now we are doing the initial steps after everything is back to factory settings. So that was turning on the remote, turning on the drone, going into your app, and updating your app. And then you're transferring the update to the drone and the remote, which is what it's doing right now. So now the drone has just finished updating. Should turn all green and go back to right here. So 2 red lights, 2 white lights. This is the front, this is the back. This is standard, this is what's normal, this is what you should see after everything is updated. Now the controller also says updated, and we'll press A to continue, okay? So you see A. Okay, now it says searching for GPS. So now it has kicked me off of Wi-Fi. So now I go onto my phone. First off, I click out of the app. Now I go back to my Wi-Fi, and it's kicked me off. So now I need to reconnect. Okay, now I have reconnected. Okay, now I go back to my app. Alright, now I go back to settings. Whoop. Sometimes the app will just close out, so you just have to open it back up. That's normal as well. So now I'm connected. If you're not connected immediately, close out your app again, just like that. Okay, and reconnect again, reopen it. Sometimes you'll have to do that so you can connect your vehicle. So now, we've updated everything. Now we go to settings. And you want to click on Solo Settings and scroll all the way to the bottom. Before we can fly it, we need to do a level calibration and a compass calibration. So first step is level calibration. So we're going to have to go here to the drone, flip it over on its right side. Okay, just like that. This is the front, this is the back. The part with the GoPro mount is the front. The one that's projecting the white lights, just pretend those are headlights. The red lights are your rear tail lights, just like a car. So on the screen here, it says, we'll start calibration. It says place Solo perfectly still on a level surface, and then press next. So we're good. Press next. Perfectly still on its left side. So we'll tilt it on its left side. Hit next. Put it on its right side. Okay, hit next. Nose pointing up, just like that. Okay, next. Nose pointing down. Next. And then the last step, place Solo perfectly still upside down. So we're gonna go upside down. Next. Okay, now you've got the green check mark, and it is complete with its noise. As you notice, all the lights will turn green. Okay, and then it goes back to its normal color functionality. This is normal. This means that it's ready to do its next step. So now go back to settings. Now we're going to finish up with the compass calibration. Okay, so now we're going to start calibration. And just to let y'all know, if you focus on this remote right here, you want to see where it says searching for GPS. If it does not show this, if it doesn't show searching for GPS, and it says like magnetic interference, all you have to do is move the drone, tilt the drone a little bit until it goes away. That's all that it's meaning, is just that you need to tilt the drone a little bit until it goes away back to this screen. So now once it's at this screen, now you can go ahead and start the calibration. So we start it, and it starts doing this. Now it's gonna beep again. Okay, once it beeps a second time like that, we can start flipping it. Okay, and rotate it in every direction, just like your app is telling you to do. All right, sideways, back, the other way, this way, diagonal, diagonal the other way. Okay, now it's almost done. Okay, so just finished, made its noises, green check mark. Okay, all the lights turned to green. Now it's gonna go back to red and white. White in the front, red in the rear. Okay, so we're good. Red in the white, red in the front, red in the rear, or white in the front. Okay, So now we're going to, now we don't even need our phone to make sure it's working correctly. So now we take it outside, okay, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's go outside. Why don't you follow me here? Okay, so we're gonna place it on level ground. Preferably you want to be on like grass, away from a bunch of metal buildings and power lines. If there's a bunch of rebar under the concrete, sometimes it will have an interference. So I've tested it here before and it works. So let's back up in the shade here. So let me show you what we're searching for. You can see here, this right here is showing you how many antennas or how many towers that it's finding. It's going back from 8 and 9. Once it hits over like 6 or 7, it'll finally give you this notification. Hold fly to start the motors. So now we're gonna go ahead and hold this fly button all the way and release after the green line goes all the way to the end. All the motors have now started. So we can go over here. All the motors are running right now, ready for takeoff. Okay, and if you don't take it off in a matter of a certain amount of time, then it'll stop again. But then all you'll do is add your propellers on there, and then it's ready to fly. So hope this video helps.